Hello, everyone. Once again, it is story time with Teacher Cole. For those who don't know me, I am your host, Teacher Cole, and I'm the owner of Teacher Cole's English Corner. It is an international online tutoring company that specializes in teaching English in fun and unique ways by utilizing science, history, geography, literature, and traditional methods as well. All of our teachers are international and native English speakers and are highly educated and qualified to teach your child online. But today is another story time with Teacher Cole. Today, we are going to be reading Blueberries for Sal. We're going to follow little Sal as she eats many blueberries and understands the importance of paying attention to your surroundings. So let's follow her on her little adventure today, shall we? Blueberries for Sal. Written and illustrated by Robert McCloskey. One day, little Sal went with her mother to Blueberry Hill to pick blueberries. Little Sal brought along her small tin pail, and her mother brought her large tin pail to put berries in. "We will take our berries home and can them," said her mother. "Then we will have food for the winter." Does your family can food? Have you ever seen anybody can food at home? Little Sal picked up 3 berries and dropped them in her little tin pail. Kaplink, kaplank, kaplunk. She picked 3 more berries and ate them. Then she picked more berries and dropped 1 in the pail. Kaplunk, and the rest she ate. Then little Sal ate all 4 blueberries out of her pail. Her mother walked slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Little Sal struggled along behind, picking blueberries and eating every single one. Is Sal helping Mom pick blueberries, or is she helping herself by eating blueberries? What do you think? Little Sal hurried ahead and dropped a blueberry in her mother's pail. It didn't sound kaplink because the bottom of the pail was already covered with berries. She reached down inside to get her berry back, though she really didn't mean to. She pulled out a large handful because there were so many blueberries right up close to the one she had put in. What will Sal do with the handful of berries, I wonder? Her mother stopped picking and said, "Now, Sal, you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to take her berries home and can them for next winter." Her mother went back to her picking, but little Sal, because her feet were tired of standing and walking, sat down in the middle of a large clump of bushes and ate blueberries. Do you like eating blueberries? What's your favorite berry? Uh-oh. On the other side of Blueberry Hill, Little Bear came with his mother to eat blueberries. Little Bear, she said, eat lots of berries and grow big and fat. We must store up food for the long, cold winter. Little Bear followed behind his mother as she walked slowly through the bushes, eating berries. Little Bear stopped now and then to eat berries. Then he had to hustle along to catch up. Because his feet were tired of hustling, he picked out a large clump of bushes and sat down right in the middle and ate blueberries. I wonder what will happen next. What do you think will happen next? Let's find out, shall we? Over on the other side of the hill, Little Sal ate all of the berries she could reach from where she was sitting. Then she started out to find her mother. She heard a noise from around a rock and thought, that is my mother walking along. Is it her mother? Who do you think it is? But it was a mother crow and her children. And they stopped eating berries and flew away, saying, caw, caw, caw. Then she heard another noise in the bushes and thought, that is surely my mother, and I will go that way. Do you think it's her mother? Who do you think it might be? Did you guess the bear? You're right. But it was Little Bear's mother instead. She was trampling along, eating berries, and thinking about storing up food for the winter. Little Sal trampled right along behind. By this time, Little Bear had eaten all the berries he could reach without moving from his clump of bushes. Then he hustled off to catch up with his mother. He hunted and hunted, but his mother was nowhere to be seen. He heard a noise from over a stump and thought, that is my mother walking along. Do you think it is Little Bear's mother? But it was a mother partridge and her children. They stopped eating berries and hurried away. Then he heard a noise in the bushes and thought, that is surely my mother. I will hustle that way. Do you think it is Little Bear's mother? I wonder who it might be. Did you guess Sal's mother? You are very smart. But it was Little Sal's mother instead. She was walking along, picking berries and thinking about canning them for next winter. Little Bear hustled right along behind. Little Bear and Little Sal's mother and Little Sal and Little Bear's mother were all mixed up with each other among the blueberries on Blueberry Hill. Oh my. Little Bear's mother heard Sal walking along behind and thought it was Little Bear. And she said, Little Bear, munch, munch, eat all you gulp can possibly hold. Swallow. Little Sal said nothing. She picked up 3 berries and dropped them Kaplink, kaplank, kaplunk in her small tin pail. Uh-oh. Little Bear's mother turned around to see what on earth could make a noise like kaplunk. Garumph, she cried, choking on a mouthful of berries. This is not my child. Where is Little Bear? She took one good look and backed away. You see, she was old enough to be shy of people, even a very small person like Little Sal. Then she turned around and walked off very fast to hunt for Little Bear. Little Sal's mother heard Little Bear trampling along behind and thought it was Little Sal. She kept right on picking and thinking about canning blueberries for next winter. What will happen next? Will she think it's Little Sal behind her? Let's see. Little Bear padded up and peeked into her pail. Of course, she only wanted to taste a few of what was inside. But there were so many, and they were so close together that he tasted a tremendous mouthful by mistake. Now, Sal, said Little Sal's mother, without turning around, you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to can these for next winter. Little Bear tasted another tremendous mouthful and almost spilled the entire pail of blueberries. Little Sal's mother turned around and gasped, "My goodness, you are not Little Sal. Where? Oh, where is my child?" Little Bear just sat munching and swallowing and licking his lips. Little Sal's mother slowly backed away. For you see, she was old enough to be shy of bears, even small bears like Little Bear. Then she turned and walked away quickly to look for Little Sal. She hadn't gone very far before she heard a kaplink, kaplank, kaplunk. She knew just what made that kind of noise. What noise does she think she heard? That's right, Little Sal's pail. And she is dropping blueberries in. Little Bear's mother had not hunted very long before she heard a hustling sound that stopped now and then to munch and swallow. She knew just what made that kind of noise, too. Little Bear and his mother went home down one side of Blueberry Hill, eating blueberries all the way and full of food stored up for next winter. And Little Sal and her mother went down the other side of Blueberry Hill, picking berries all the way, and drove home with food to can for next winter, a whole pail of blueberries, and 3 more besides. Well, this is the end of our story today. What did you think about the adventure of Sal and Little Bear? Have you ever gotten lost and could not find your parents? Have you ever mistaken somebody else for your parents from behind, maybe in the mall or a busy store? And when you went to say, Mom, Dad, they turned around and was somebody else. I've done that when I was a child. It was quite scary. This is why we should always pay attention and stay close to our parents and not wander away. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's story, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for a new one. Don't forget, you are welcome to join our Facebook group, Teacher Cole's English Corner, where you will meet like-minded parents just like you who have children learning at home online. You will also have direct access to me, Teacher Cole, and all of my teachers on staff as well. I look forward to seeing you next week for a new story. Goodbye.